in the remote Yak Valley.
Well, here we are.
Tom Orr is making his final push of the season, and he's relying on family to get the job done.
Hey,
Hey,
you ready for this?
yeah, I'm ready.
All right, well, let's get it.
Ever since Jack moved to the Yak 3 years ago,
Just a few more strokes on this thing. We'll be ready to go.
he's been a big help.
Well, hell, it's straight.
Yeah,
And with the trading post just about to reopen,
Right
Bill
in
shot.
the heart.
they've got some last-minute work to do.
Jack and I plan on making a couple rawhide-covered primitive drums out of a hollow tree that we cleaned out the center of it. And here's our rawhide. Lots of the Native Americans, the drum was the thing that called the people together. It was probably one of the first instruments ever made.
The design is simple, but the work is intricate because each piece of the drum set is handcrafted.
All right. So I brought a couple muskrat skins. I thought I'd trim out some muskrat skins and glue them to the top of this.
yeah,
I think
that sounds good.
If you put a strip of fur around the top of the drum and then cover over the fur with the rawhide, that gives the drum a little better sound.
Tom's already trapped, skinned, and tanned the muskrat skins.
Ready for the rawhide? Shall we spread it out on the table here?
Yeah.
We soak the rawhide in water overnight to make it soft and flexible.
The rawhide comes from an early winter deer hunt. It too has been tanned, and now it's cut into thin strips to be woven and sewn like thread.
I'm gonna put a rawhide handle inside this drum to hold it by. I'm gonna drill 2 holes in this side, and then I'm gonna stretch a piece of rawhide back and forth across here so it'll be a hand grip to hold the drum when you beat it. I left Grandpa's drill at home, so we're gonna have to go to modern technology here. Yeah, this is a lot faster than Grandpa's drill.
The rawhide is twisted into tight cords while it's wet and pliable.
This will be the hand grip that you hold it by. This rawhide's still wet though, so it'll shrink and get stiff. It'll be hard to, be a bunch easier to hold.
I'm checking for score marks here, which would make weak spots.
You can't have a hole in the middle of your drum. You know, it's got to be one solid piece stretched very tightly over the wooden part of the drum.
The drumhead is the showcase of the build.
The shrinking of the hide after it's put on the drum heads is what makes the sound of the drum. The bigger drum will have rawhide on the top and the bottom. The hand drum will only have rawhide on one side of it. Yeah, we need to punch holes to lace the rawhide on with.
Each piece of rawhide is cut large enough to overlap the rim of the wood frame, where it'll be tightly secured with the threads.
Getting it?
Huh?
You getting it?
Heck yes.
To do things together and help out one another, you know, is always a good thing.
Well, we'll be done with this in a minute. Or 20 years.
Yeah, we got a ways to go. I gotta lace this all the way around here, and that'll start pulling this all up together, hopefully.
Each piece of the drum is made from durable natural materials and painstakingly assembled.
As the hide dries, it shrinks, and that makes the cover super, super tight.
The set of drums looks simple, but they are so intricately crafted that Tom and Jack should be able to sell the set for around $500 at the trading post.
I think that was the last hole.
Thank God, huh?
Yeah.
Tie up one more knot here.
Hey, Thomas, that's looking pretty good.
All right, we're about to put the rawhide cover on the big drum here. We just got to lace it on through all these little holes.
The larger drum has rawhide on 2 faces, which will produce a deeper sound. They're stitched together using rawhide thread that will tighten as it dries.
All right. I think that's going to drum.
It looks good to me. All right, should we get the paints?
Yep.
I'm pretty dry.
Yep.
And now it's time for the finishing touches.
We're gonna paint some images on these drums. We get after it. So earth paints, they just come from the ground. Like the black that I'm using is, all it is a piece of charcoal that's been granulized. And we're mixing it with hide glue to make it stick. In the past, most all glues were made from hides. Of course, I have lots of hide scraps and scrapings and stuff, so I make my own glue to mix with the earth paints to get them to stick to the subjects that I paint.
I'm painting a buffalo.
This is a image of a black bear. It was from a picture that I seen in a book.
The natural paints Tom uses are long-lasting. His recipe is the same as what's found in ancient cave paintings and rock art that's thousands of years old.
All right.
Yeah, I think it'll work. I think you got it.
It's looking good, Jack.
I think it's fine.
If you let them dry, and we got to make drumsticks.
Yeah.
But we're not done yet.